Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey, hello, and welcome to the AHA channel, the channel that makes you go, AHA. And my name is Asri. I had a chat with my English teacher friends a while ago, and we were talking about the challenges that we face as an English teacher who is non-native speakers, teaching students who are non-native speakers. It was a nice sharing though, and I guess it will also be nicer to share what we have chatted, what we have talked about, what we have discussed about earlier here on my video. And that is why I call this video challenges that we English teachers face in teaching English to students or learners that are non-native speakers of English, of course. Through this discussion, we also talk about what to do to solve the problem that we face, we are facing, we have been facing. And if you are a teacher, an English teacher who teaches English non-native speakers, then I guess it will be good for this video will probably help you to solve your own problems in teaching students who are non-native speakers of English. Or maybe you are a teacher, non-native or native, who teach native speakers and is about to try to teach non-native speakers. This will give you this picture, this description on what you are going to face. And if you are students, or learners of English, talking about problems of teacher means talking about problems of students or learners. So we will talk about your problems. So watching this video will also help you to, solve your problems in learning English as a non-native speakers. The first challenge or problem we're facing as an English teacher who teach non-native speakers of English is, this is classic and most of my friends and me deal with this problem, and that is how to motivate your students to, let's say, actively speak or write English, or even just to be active in classes of English. I imagine it will be so much easier to teach in a language that your students understand, or to teach in a language that your students speak daily as their first language or their native language. Because whatever you say, they will understand you. To be able to understand what someone says in English, that means you have to get used to it. You have to read, you have to speak, you have to listen, you have to write much in English daily. And if you teach in villages, let's say, motivation can be a big problem. Encouraging your students to be active in classes or to actively speak in English or write in English, that can be a big problem. See, it's just like me. I am a type of person that will learn about something that I think I need that thing. For example, I love learning now about editing video because I need that for my YouTube content, and so are my students. They don't know what English is in their real life. So that is why they are not, let's say, motivated in learning about English. And if you teach in, let's say, cities or towns, big cities, then I think motivation is not that a big deal. To motivate your students to learn about English, I think it's not a big deal. Because in cities, you see, you need English. You meet foreigners anywhere in big cities, so you need to communicate with them in English. In big cities, you also need to learn English to get a job, for example, or you need to understand manuals of products, something which sometimes and often is written in English. So in big cities, you see that English is very important. So that is why motivation to learn about English is not that big deal. So how to motivate your students to actively speak English or to be active in class, English class I mean? Well, first of all, show them that English is important for their life. Give them examples, just like manuals of product, just like jobs that you can get when you are able to speak English. Second of all, think the way they think. Play their game. Give them what they want. I mean, millennial children. They like handphone. They like technology. They like social media. Okay, let's say that you want your students to do a writing conversation procedure, for example. You can turn that into a project of making video of procedure. They explain a procedure in a video, and then they can share it on their social media or something, and that can be fun for them, and that can motivate them, that can encourage them to be active in your English classes. And if they are motivated, take your time, don't rush. If they make mistakes in pronunciation or grammar or anything, then maybe it will take some time to correct those mistakes. 1 month or 2 months, let them just be active in English, just be active in speaking English. Okay, the second challenge is how to show students to pronounce with words in English. The first problem is that we are non-native speakers ourselves. So sometimes we have problems in pronouncing words in English, And the second problem is that I think we don't have much time to learn about pronunciation. Based on nowadays curriculum, we are supposed to teach students to, let's say, do a reading comprehension most of the time. So that is why pronunciation, I think we don't have much time to, let's say, do a class of pronunciation to correct students' pronunciation. So how do we, English teachers teaching non-native speakers, deal with this problem of pronunciation? Well, first you have to, let's say, admit that you are non-native speakers just like me. So sometimes making mistakes in pronunciation is okay. And tell your students that teachers are not perfect. They make mistakes sometimes, just like students. So it's okay. So if you're not sure about a pronunciation of words or something, then it's better for you, for me, for us English teachers to check it in the electronic dictionary or something like that, electronic or translation machine or something like that. You can check it on that. And especially in this pandemic time where classes are, of course, online, tell your students to check their pronunciation or how to pronounce words in English by, the help of the internet. They can use Google Translate or something. They can use any kind of dictionary they have. Okay, the third challenge that we English teachers face in teaching non-native speakers of English is about grammar. How to fix their grammars. That is a problem. But I guess based on this nowadays curriculum, we have to focus much on reading comprehension, so there is less time to think about pronunciation or grammar. So we didn't have much time to think about or to teach about grammar. But somehow, based on the curriculum, we also have to do like writing classes where students are supposed to write a conversation, whether it is procedure or let's say descriptive or something like that. So it's kind of contradiction. I mean, writing you need grammar, but we don't teach much grammar based on this nowadays curriculum. And I remember when I was in high school, my grammar of English was like all over the place. I mean, so I guess it's natural when you are in senior or junior high school with not very good grammar. I mean, you are in the stage of basic or elementary. So it's okay to make mistakes in grammar, I guess, because I experienced that in my senior and senior high school. I mean, what to do to solve this problem of grammar? I mean, some students are still confused about whether this word is adjective or adverb, or about the word formation from adjective to adverb, for example. So how do we solve this problem? Well, if it's in speaking, then let's say I don't think much about their grammar as long as we understand what they try to say to us or to their friends. So I don't really correct their grammar as long as I understand and everybody understand about what they say. But in writing, whether we like it or not, yes, we have to correct the mistakes in grammar. But we, English teachers, are not supposed to do it to say it in detail. If we have to correct the grammar, we just write or say that have should be followed by verb 3 or something like that. We didn't say that this is let's say present perfect or past perfect or any other names for tenses in English, because it will give them a headache just to hear or to listen to the name of the tenses. Okay, and the last challenge or the fourth challenge is how to tell your students that English is not just Indonesian that is translated. We need knowledge about culture of the native speakers. In speaking English, we need to consider whether what we say in English is proper to the ears of the native speakers. First of all, some of them think that Google Translate or any other translation machine or dictionary can solve all of their problems about translating from Indonesian to English. But yes, I know their technology is advanced. I mean, when I try to type something on that machine, that translation machine, and I think it's difficult. I mean, you have to input the knowledge of a culture in that. Then the translation can do that. The machine, can do that. So their technology is more advanced. But that doesn't happen all the time. Some words or clauses or phrases or sentences cannot be translated by those machines. So how do you solve this problem? Well, first of all, you have to make sure that your students know English is not just Indonesian that is translated into English. You need knowledge about whether what you say is proper to the ears of the native speakers or not. Secondly, watching movies will help. Watching English movies will help. They, for example, will understand that saying this, my hobby is eating. The sentence if you is not proper to the ears of the native speakers here, they will understand that from watching those movies. Okay, and that's it for today. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you like the video. I hope it will help you as an English teacher, teaching non-native speakers of English, and help you who are whether native or non-native speakers will teach non-native speaker of English, or whether you are learners or students of English. Alright, thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe so that you can catch up with my English lesson that I will upload here on my channel, the AHA channel, the channel that makes you go AHA. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.